Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this great universe. My name is Helena, and thank you so much for joining me here today. Today, I need to let you know that today's video is for educational purposes only. And if you like this kind of content, please hit like and subscribe and hit the notification bell because that helps so much and it makes it possible for these videos to even happen because of you guys. So with that being said, I also want to let you know, please be kind to everybody everywhere. Open mind is the sign of enlightenment. So please be kind to everyone, whether you're at work, at home, in the grocery store, at school, and especially in the comment section down below. When you make a comment, please, please, please be polite. So today we have a fantastic guest. Her name is Cynthia, and you probably know her from Quora. And she is going to be talking about Dolores Cannon's work with us, as well as twin flame channeling. So if you've ever been curious about twin flame channeling, maybe you have a twin in spirit, maybe you've heard of channeling, maybe you've tried to channel yourself and maybe you're unable to, or maybe you channel a lot, let me know in the comment section down below. So let's go ahead and see if they're here. Hi, Cynthia. Your camera's not on. Can you hear me? Hello. There she is. Hey,
Hey, how you
how are
doing?
you?
Good, it's working.
I am glad to hear that. And it looks like we have another guest named Aaliyah.
That's
Hi,
Aaliyah.
Leah. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, Leah.
I
I
don't know
just
that
got
she can hear us. I think it looks like she's connecting to audio. So yeah, this is why we kind of plan things in advance a little bit. So today we have some interesting topics to cover with Cynthia, and you guys probably already know her from Quora. I see you have your Have a Good Day coffee mug. And
yeah.
so Cynthia is one of the more well-known, well-loved writers on Quora. She always has pearls of wisdom to share with everybody. And so today we're going to talk about, in the beginning, Dolores Cannon and the three waves of volunteers. And one of the questions that we want to address first, so I'm going to let Cynthia address this. Why have twin flames incarnated at this time?
Actually, they started incarnating after 1945. And the belief is, and Dolores Cannon did write about this, is that the frequency of love that twin flames have together create a ripple effect that is felt on a global, if not universal level. And because the nuclear bomb cannot happen again, it was planned by sources unknown to us right now that we would work from the inside out. And that's what we've been doing since right around the end of World War II. So,
Thank you. So for the viewers that don't know, who is Dolores Cannon exactly?
she was a hypnotherapist who interviewed thousands of people under hypnotherapy when she was doing QHHT sessions, healing therapy
Quantum
sessions.
healing therapy sessions?
Yes. And she came across knowledge that was buried in the subconscious of almost every individual she interviewed. Yeah.
That's fascinating. And in case anybody hasn't seen, Dolores Cannon's videos are available on YouTube. All you have to do is look up Dolores Cannon. I will try to link a few in the description down below.
Her videos are also available on MySpace, the Three Waves of Volunteers that I post frequently there too.
So if you guys go on Quora and you look up the three waves of volunteers, you'll see the twin flame journey in parenthesis, TFJ, right next to the space name. You'll be able to find Cynthia's space. Go ahead and join. Mine is called the Twin Flame Experience, Twin Flame Run and Chase, and Twin Flame Reaching Union. So one of the other questions we had, Cynthia, is what does frequency and vibration have to do with twin flames? And also, how does that kind of play in with like channeling your twin flame? Before we go there, we should probably tell the viewers, what the heck is twin flame channeling?
Well, twin flame channeling for us is actually twin flame telepathy.
Okay.
Okay. So when we first met, we found out, and evidently we've been doing this for millennia, that we share the same soul frequency. So with that, telepathy is effortless. So for us, if I thought it, Joe, my husband, he would speak it, and vice versa. Yeah. So right now, it's sometimes anybody's guess as far as twin flame channeling. My best time is first thing in the morning. If you read anything on Quora that I've written early in the day, normally that's Joe.
That's fascinating. And just so that the listeners and viewers know, Joe is Cynthia's husband. He's in spirit. He's passed on, but he's not gone.
He is definitely not gone. He's got more of a presence now than he ever did, and he's loving every moment of this. And my legs are tingling like crazy. So that's double validation. And, you know, one of Joe's messages is be happy, have fun with your life. Collectively, that's going to raise planetary vibration. And he's very passionate about happy.
That's really important. Yeah. And you also mentioned that electronics can be affected when the twin flame channeling and twin flames in spirit. And I don't know if you can see this on my camera. I'm just sitting here in my little fuzzy living room, right? Here's my hands. I should get a manicure. There was my hands. And the light, it looks like I have a swinging chandelier or something, because I'm seeing the light go bright and then dim, and then bright and then dim, and then bright and then dim. But let me tell you, I don't have a light going on. There is no auxiliary light on my camera, right? So I've got a camera like in front of my computer, which, by the way, is why when I'm looking in the screen, I should be looking up here at the camera, but I'm looking at the screen. That's why I look kind of weird when I do that. But it looks like literally light is hitting me and then not hitting me, and hitting me and not hitting me. I'm stationary. I promise my camera's stationary. The camera's not moving. It's like light is just like blowing. Okay, now it's back. It's like light is coming in and out over and over and over. Can you see that? Is that happening? You see that?
Oh, that's Joe.
That's Joe. Okay, I was wondering about that because I don't have I use just like the outside, like there's a window in front of me and there's a window behind me. That's the only light I have. So
this wasn't Joe. I know, you know, that's how connected he and I are. So it's like, hey, honey, I'm right here, and I'm messing with the electricity. And
yeah, he seems to be making the camera glow.
Yes, he will do
going.
that. Yeah. Yes,
like
yes.
It's almost like I expect to look up because I'm thinking, where is the light coming from? And it's like getting light and dark, light and dark. There it goes really intensely now.
Yeah,
really strange.
Welcome to the world. But my life is all the time. My television goes on and off. My phone will get messages from nobody.
Oh,
so it's just their messages from him, and we work together. That's
as a team.
We do. We work together as a team, but we work through not just channeling or telepathy. We work through synchronicity.
There was an interesting synchronicity that happened yesterday. We were talking about a particular person, and we're not going to call anybody out on YouTube right now, but long story short, that person has a very unique name. And I had just spoken to Cynthia about this particular person. I go into a Jiffy store to get my gas, and there's a lady. Hey, come over here. I go over there. On the top of her brim, like on her baseball hat, she has a name of that person, of that rare name, pinned to her hat. And so I was like, can I take a picture of that? And I sent it to you because I thought, wow, what a weird synchronicity. And that is such a strange name, you know, for somebody to just decide to pin to their hat. You know, like, why would she do that? That makes no sense. So long story short, synchronicity is a big thing in twin flames, which I'll kind of circle back to my question because I keep interrupting myself. What does the frequency have to do with things like like this light situation I got going on here, and twin flames. Tell us about the vibration.
Well, it's not just twin flames. Although twin flames have higher vibration than the normal individual.
Okay.
Their soul frequency, meaning our cells, vibrate at more cycles per second, excuse me. And therefore, people like us and like you have psychic abilities, we have channeling abilities, we have mediumship abilities. It kind of encompasses quite a bit. Some people are even telekinetic. For me and Joe, he actually lives inside me. So, but being a multi-dimensional being, he can be at your house at the same time. So it's every person gives off an electromagnetic field, just like your devices do.
Mm-hmm.
Spirit, however, because they're pure positive energy, because that's where we go when we leave our bodies, we're just energy. And we all vibrate at a certain frequency. And so right now what we're seeing is the result of my pure positive energy guy, kind of doing his magic. And I think he did something like that last week in another video that he ghosted, per se. So
yeah, that might have been him doing the thumbs up.
Yes.
If the viewers or listeners want to go back to some of my other videos, my episode 4 with Lee and Sherry, somebody kept coming in and giving a thumbs up at very specific times. And it wasn't like your typical yellow thumbs up that you see. It was like a ghost hand in a cloud bubble that kept going, which I thought was, and so they suggested maybe that's divine confirmation. Maybe it was. But thank you for explaining that frequency. And hi, Joe. Thanks for brightening my face.
I see him in my mind's eye. So, yeah. And sometimes I see him other places too.
Why are the non-physical forces working with the physical forces now?
The reason for that, from my summation, is when people transition into non-physical, they are of pure positive love. Their frequency is so high, and love is the highest frequency. So to partnering with their twin flames that are earthbound, they're surviving twins, we are helping other people who are either, we do with the twins helping twins.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, it's like taking a smile or a frown and turning it upside down. That's basically what we try to do.
I love that.
Yeah, and that's one of Joe's things. Like, that one's not smiling today. Let's change that. And but that is collectively what's happening on the planet right now. Many twins are meeting their twins in spirit. They don't understand why. There are some twins that have to do some of the, you've written about the work that people need to do as individuals, that inner work. Well, some of these individuals, I'm finding they're doing work from both sides of the veil.
Mm-hmm.
So say my job is to help an earthbound twin, while his job is to help the spiritual twin, the person who has actually transitioned.
That's beautiful.
We're having a good time.
I know. I know. So back to Dolores Cannon, and one of the things that you wanted to talk about, Cynthia. Sorry. What?
I go by either.
Okay. So what is the new Earth? What is the new Earth?
Well, the new Earth, because 1945 can't happen again.
Mm-hmm.
Because the ripple effect actually was felt not just in Japan, it was felt on a universal level. So that's when the 3 waves started incarnating, just right after that or during that. And the Earth started changing in frequency in about 2003 and has been slowly increasing to get to 5D frequency. When there's a shift that is going to happen. Many people, many viewers already know this. When this shift happens, and we have been aware due to worldly events, the negativity will stay on their side, and the new earth will just split off. And I have been there personally with Joe, and it is beautiful. It is peaceful. It is pure love, no sickness, and he is part of helping with creating that. But that's the new earth.
That's
Because
beautiful.
it's actually, I believe it's also biblically written, but this is nice because it's actually written in a non-biblical format where it's explained in a non-biased way. So that's the new earth. But if you have any more questions, just ask me because it's buried in there.
One of the questions, I'm glad you said that, because one of the questions that we have is, how is our frequency and vibration being altered in the physical level? Like, I don't know if this is related, but you can see the light. Like,
yes.
At first I thought, well, my phone's wobbling, right? But it's not. It's not, because I have it here. So I thought, well, maybe it's wobbling, and it's not. Is what?
Well, the frequency of the changing. So I've been doing an independent study for about 2 years now. And because the frequency of the planet is changing, it's also affecting our technology.
Okay.
Compare that with my husband playing with, he does this all the time, when I'm on a FaceTime video call or whatever, sometimes we have to say, hey, girl time. But yeah, the frequency of the planet's changing. So our technology is being affected. And I'm sorry, could you repeat the rest of that?
Oh, how is the frequency and vibration being altered on a physical level?
Double.
Like, how is it affecting us physically? Because I kept seeing, and I was getting irritated. I'm like, the viewers do not want to see what looks like a waving chandelier in their face. But it's almost like it's something, because see, now it's stopped. Nothing is different. My phone is in the same place. It's the camera's in the nothing has changed. Even the cat is still asleep. No. So
Well,
not
love,
now.
I love him. He loves cats.
Oh,
So
maybe that's why
usually,
he made his
yeah,
appearance here
yes.
today again.
Sounds very odd, I know. It sounds otherworldly to me too at times, but what's happening with our bodies is they're being changed on a molecular level. Our frequency and vibration of our physical bodies are now being adjusted to adapt to 5D frequency. And if anybody has felt an electrical sensation that goes through their body, it can anywhere, it can be in their head. Mine started 3 years ago, right after he passed, and it started in my feet, and it feels like an electrical charge that goes up through your feet. I know many other people on Quora that are going through the same thing that can resonate. Some people are having more adverse reactions than others, like myself, but it's our bodies being changed on a molecular level. You might feel a little foggy. You might feel a little confused.
Are those the adverse reactions you're talking about? You feel?
Yes. We're also going through timeline shifts. And this happened to me the other day. I was driving down the street to take a left. The left was gone. The driveway was gone. So
terrifying.
I jumped a timeline. So thankfully to Dolores Cannon for writing this book. And she and I have spoken in the past, 3 weeks.
You channeled Dolores Cannon.
Actually, it's friends of mine that I just read. There are people that are actually sent to me by Joe. I don't know they're coming. This is where we kind of get into a debate sometimes about, twin flame coaching and, charging for that. And that's all well and good. I can't do it because I never know who I'm going to meet. And it's just an adventure every day. So when I was away, I got a phone call from another medium friend of mine that said, Dolores Cannon just popped in my head. And that's a lot of imagery people, mediums receive.
Yep.
And oh, she did. And she said, and she has a message for you. And she went on to give me the message. And she did say she made some errors in her writing, but right now through the mediums that she's connecting with throughout the world, it's not just my group, she's correcting those errors. So it's very exciting.
That is exciting. Sorry. And so one of the things that Dolores Cannon talked a lot about, or at least touched on quite a bit, and a lot of the things, a lot of the people on Quora are interested in learning about extraterrestrials. What are they? Are they here? What is their role in any of this?
Oh, wow. Extraterrestrials, people think of a face that has a weird contortion or a weird shape. I have met many that I would consider extraterrestrial. These are people that just everyday people that can set their consciousness aside and allow non-physical to speak through them. That's just one gift of theirs.
Because you're a medium magnet.
Oh, I am a medium magnet. Yeah.
Mediums just flock, just so that the listeners know, Cynthia came into her channeling abilities. She's always been intuitive. I feel like it's okay to say that because I feel like you've always been intuitive, but maybe that's not true. I feel like you have. But
oh, it's
a lot of mediums have just kind of flocked to Cynthia, especially on Quora, and she helps people deal with their coming into their abilities, understanding what's going on with them, twin flame questions, and so on and so forth. So I just wanted to interject real quick and let the viewer understand that Cynthia is a magnet for mediums. And is that because we're all kind of gravitating toward energetically the same kind of souls or soul beings?
We are, because we're all connected. And one of the things that we're learning, and I'm sure you can resonate with this, is sometimes you'll think of somebody and they'll call. Many times you and I have had that situation where I'll text you and you say, hey, wait a minute, I was just thinking of you. But we're all connected. It's like a tree. I think we've talked about this with roots. We can't see them underground, but we're all connected. And as the frequencies are now rising, we're finding out how connected we really are. And so we're at a very exciting period of our lives that I never thought I'd be living through, so we're all connected.
I know it is exciting. And, I know that twin flames have kind of hit the media with a bang, and there's different perspectives. I like to share all perspectives, but I think people are maybe getting some information that, might be a little different than the message that Joe and Cynthia are really trying to convey to the world. Which brings me to the next question. Why is it necessary to transmute negative energy into positive? We've all heard of karmic relationships. We've heard of, situations where, oh God, why is this person in my life? They're wrecking it. Or bad relationships. Why is it possible? Why is it important to do that, to turn hate into love, for example?
True, because 5D frequency is all love. When you're in a state of negativity, that is preventing, on a collective level, not just personal, it's preventing us from rising to adapt to 5D frequency. So part of mine and Joe's job is to, as he says, turn that frown upside down and let's try to find the silver lining in that cloud and transmute any negativity into positive. And, we have a very small group of people that we work with personally, but he does his part on his end and I do mine. And it's like, we had a discussion about somebody that, did some people wrong on Quora. And I had a conversation with somebody else about that. And I said, well, that was one bad apple. Or bruised apple that needed some healing. And we're going to discard that. We're going to put her to the side right now. And let's concentrate on the good. And collectively, that helps us all raise our vibration. to help the planet to get to where we want to be.
Exactly. Thank you. And I also wanted to ask, because we have another question. So, how is the healing done between twin flames? So, just I'm kind of more asking about twin flames that might be both incarnate in the world. And also, what about if one has already passed on, such as in your case, the veil is there, and you're transmuting negativity into love, hate into love, working together on both sides of the veil. How does that come into play?
When twins, now Joe and I did not have this. We settled all our stuff before he transitioned, so our energies were balanced by the time we had our plans all in order, but I guess our souls had other plans. But I'm understanding that there are a lot of twins that are out of balance. Mm-hmm. And what a lot of people do is we tend to blame the other for whatever is going on. And what we stress is to take accountability for whatever we're doing, even if someone has done us wrong, and look in the mirror. And that's exactly what it's all about, is looking in the mirror and finding out what our role was in this situation. And once we take accountability for that, and actually, well, you can make apologies, which, I've had my life review before I passed. So I've kind of seen what I've done through other people's eyes and go, whoa. But you were justified in that. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You need to get rid of that. It's also called karma, and transmute that. So a lot of twin flames, or even married couples in general, we tend to blame the other for how we feel, but we're responsible for our own feelings.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So when we see somebody projecting, say you're getting into an argument, we went through this, just kind of, rather than react, respond and say, mm-hmm. Hey, I remember where I was, maybe it was 10 years ago, acting like that. I understand where you're coming from. So that applies to every relationship, not just twin flames. It's just stop blaming, stop. It's not helping collectively. But even as a relationship coach, you could actually use those same tools, because we tend to mirror each other's energy at any point in time, not just twin flames. I learned this little trick when I was married to my ex-husband. And I said, wow, we're having a fight and we're mirroring each other. This is not going to go anywhere. Yeah. Exactly. So that helped the relationship with my twin. So.
Yep. Because you can always agree to disagree.
Oh, yeah. That's
what agree to disagree. And that's what makes the world go round, different perspectives, right?
Yeah. We don't have to agree, but what we do is, or what I do is say, that doesn't resonate with me right now. Mm-hmm. Let's put that on the shelf and maybe it will resonate later on. There's a lot that doesn't resonate with me. I thought every twin had a relationship like Joe and me, mm-hmm. and they don't. And I'm not trying to toot my horn, but I said, wow, we have on Quora, there are actually 3-way conversations with mediums that are on Quora. And it's me, it's the medium, and it's Joe. We worked on our stuff before. So, but it's just taking accountability and moving forward.
Yes, it is. And another question that we had is, what about non-twin flames? What about non-twin flames? Maybe they have a sibling who's a twin, or also do twins have children who are unknowingly part of the 3 waves of volunteers? Is twin flame that rare, or does everyone have a twin flame?
That one I don't have a precise answer for. If you look at the research on the internet, it appears that everybody does. But from my perspective, it's I've got a boyfriend and you've got a girlfriend, but we're going to label that twin flames. From my understanding, twin flames are actually two people that share the same soul frequency. That was my understanding.
Okay.
Going funny again.
Yeah, the light does its thing. Stop, Joe.
Tell him that, he'll stop.
Stop it.
He
Stop.
likes to play, just likes to play.
So, could a biological child of one twin flame be the same soul family or child as the twin flame couple, but actually have the personality of the non-biological twin?
Yes. Yes. I have a daughter who is, when she was born, I said, where did you come from? Because she is nothing like her sisters. She's nothing like me. She's got a very independent personality, very outspoken, very, very funny. And then I met her father, who is not her biological father. And I said, now I know where you came from because you had the same color hair. You have the same personality as him. And, you know, things started to kind of, the puzzle pieces started to come together. But yes, that's very possible because we choose the role when we're coming into this life. It's very possible my daughter chose to be my daughter, but was actually our daughter from a previous life. Converse, his son, who has the same name as my daughter, kind of did the same thing.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah. I would have dreams of him like he was one of mine. You know, we know when our children are in trouble, and I would be given the alert signal even through dreams. And it's been fascinating 5 years. And I keep saying, would you put the veil of forgetfulness off? Because that's what we're born with.
Yeah, the veil of forgetfulness. And it's said in mysticism that when we are born, we travel, and the angel of forgetfulness says, you're going to forget. Here's all this brilliant, brilliant knowledge, but angel of forgetfulness. So we're winding up on time, but I want to let the viewers and listeners know that this is not the last video. This is just segment one in a series where we're going to be having Cynthia come back and discuss more about the work of Dolores Cannon as well as her channeling Joe. It's very exciting, very interesting. When she first explained how it worked to me, what she experiences personally, I was floored, but it all made sense, and a lot of the puzzle pieces, so to speak, kind of started falling into place in my brain because I was, so that's why. So we're gonna have a lot more questions to answer next week. So if you have any questions, please do go ahead and send us your questions. You can reach out to Cynthia on Quora. Again, her Quora Space with Joe is called The 3 Waves of Volunteers, and then in parenthesis, the Twin Flame Journey. You can go ahead and see the 3 Waves of Volunteers logo on her space, and you can find her. You can also find my Quora. I will link those links down below in this video in the description for you. So if you have questions that you want to send in, you can send them to me, you can send them to Cynthia. And remember, the sign of enlightenment is an open mind. So
and anything and everything is possible right now. Keep an open mind, because I've seen things that most people haven't. So it's very exciting.
That's right. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. If this video has inspired you, please let us know in the comments down below. We look forward to seeing you again, same time next week. Have a wonderful night. Have a very safe Halloween. Much love from me and from Cynthia. Bye, guys.
Bye.